What is up, heroes of Dominion? My name is Charlie, this is Hero War Central, and in this video, I want to discuss an absolute hard counter to a team that might be plaguing you on your server, how to counter Aurora, Celeste, Sebastian with Lars and Krista, the twins. This is kind of a funny video. It's not exactly the response that I was expecting whenever I reached out to some players for a high-level version of this team, but thanks to Idrisil over here on Server 25, the Dark Tower Guild, big props to you for sharing and giving me this fantastic clip for my my YouTube channel. Now, as far as the daily sweepstakes for rewards is concerned, congratulations to Jeff for being today's winner. Jeff actually leaves a really strong comment supporting Aurora and the fact that you do need multiple tanks in order to be effective at the end game and in-game content. Jeff, thank you so much for your comment. Get a hold of me on Discord. We'll get you the prize of your choice, either the 3 portal charge prize or the 30 artifact chest key prize. And all you have to do to be eligible to win is be a Facebook or web player and leave a comment on my daily Facebook and web videos. We pick commenters at random every single day. I love you all. Good luck in Dominion.
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
So speaking of Leon, do you guys recall a little while ago, we did a little bit of a video series regarding Dorian and Leon. You guys remember that? Dorian and Leon being able to counter certain specific lineup, like being able to duo a lot of lineups. 2 heroes defeating 5 heroes, right? It's an interesting concept, and one of the reasons why it's successful is because, you know, Dorian's healing persists after he dies, which is a key component of the duo, right? It doesn't matter if Dorian dies. And Leon, every time you hit Leon, you get charmed, right? And that combined with her ultimate would keep the enemy charm locked for a good majority of the fight, while Leon slowly whittles you down with pure damage. So we have a new interesting duo here. So on Monday, do you guys remember on Monday I asked for your help getting a near max twins lineup, a near max twins Aurora, Sebastian, Celeste lineup to test against. Aurora, Sebastian, Celeste. Some call it the Holy Trinity. Some call it the trio. The Trinity plus the twins is a very popular lineup, both on offense and on defense. Of course, there's a little bit of variety in that lineup, depending on who you're going up against, just like there is in my Kark lineup, right? So one of the members of my server 25, actually, and I know you guys have seen this in the past, but Idrisil is somebody who's probably one of the best, if not the best, or maybe he just spins the most players on server 25. And Iggy, if you're watching, thank you so much for contributing the team for testing. Idrisil was referred to me by somebody else. You know, here, of course, the lineup right here, and the pets are going to vary, right? But the good news is we have it, right? And now we can test against it in the future, just for the sake of curiosity. And this is like a maxed out team. And the reason why I wanted this is because this is in manual mode at current rank. So I wanted to see, through testing, how easy I could defeat this twins lineup. Or at what point I needed to level up my support heroes that I could defeat this twins lineup. So now I can work on my Isaac and Phobos and other heroes that counter this specific lineup. Iris, for example, I can work on those heroes and get them to a point, even though they're not going to be maxed out. And in the future, we can have the conversation. The idea is that in the future now, I can say, all right, so how well does Iris counter this lineup? And then I can have my Iris, which is leveled up not to max, but this setup is at max level. And I can see, you know, do I need to get my Iris to 40K, to 50K, to 60K? Because the idea, and what I was going for, the idea is that you have a main team, right? Your main team, whatever your main 5 heroes is, that's your main team. And you're going to level that main team up all the way, or you're going to die trying, you know, quit playing Hero Wars completely. And I have a Kark lineup that I'm going to be continually pushing towards maxed out, but you also need to level up all of these supporting heroes, these control heroes, these counter heroes. And I needed to know at what rank they needed to get to along with my main team. And I thought that in the future it would make for a great video. But Idrisil did me one better. He goes, oh, this team is easy. So he goes, oh, you can easily defeat this team with 2 heroes. You don't need a whole team of 5. So let's watch this amazing fight, right? This incredible. Aurora has Kane. And I believe that Sebastian has Oliver. Krista and Lars have the correct pets. Celeste has the correct pets. And the team pet is Axel. But Idrisil goes, yeah, all you need is these 2 heroes. Really just says, is my iris now strong enough? Doesn't tell you how much further. Good point. Good point, Cordy. Good point. Good point. So I've got to ask you. If a team can be defeated by 2 heroes, and this has been like this meta team for a while, and obviously, maybe you need to change something up a little bit here and there in order to, if you are the Aurora Twins team, what could you change up to then counter this 2-person team? What is it that you would need to do to make that change? And then that additionally begs the question, can you build a team of 2 heroes that will counter every lineup? Taking advantage of game mechanics such as time delay, silence locking, charm locking, stun locking. Is there a way to defeat every single team in the game with 2 heroes? And ideally, one of them is always Dorian. There you go. So we have an interesting situation here. Now, obviously, this Isaac is at 177k. Like, this is likely a maxed out Isaac and a maxed out Dorian as well. Okay, this is just showing the power of this individual's hero list. Idrisil, I think, has just about every hero maxed out, like maxed out. How wild is this, though? There are no other duos. Leon Dorian and Isaac Dorian. Okay, so it's possible that any magic-based team can be countered with Dorian Isaac, and it's possible that any, physical attack team can be countered with Leon Dorian. Dorian plus other vampire hero. Satuz, you're going to run into an issue of not having enough damage if you do that. The reason why this is so effective, and let's watch this again. One of the reasons why this lineup is so incredible, I'm gonna fast forward a little bit here. Once Isaac gets going, and you guys know Isaac starts to spam his ultimate the more frequently that him and his allies do. Look at all of these armor penetration buffs. So not only is Isaac spamming his ult, which is doing area of effect physical attack damage. He's ignoring all of the enemy's armor. He's silencing them, preventing them from doing anything aside from their basic attacks. Right? So you would need a vampiric hero, Satuz. You would need some kind of vampiric hero that would contribute. It's possible that Arachne could be a good choice. Right? Arachne is one of those heroes that could potentially stun lock the heck out of your team if she is tanking, and she has a magic penetration artifact, so she could continually ignore the enemy's magic defense, but a lot of her skills are pure damage. Well, some of her skills are pure damage. So 2 of her abilities are pure damage and 2 of her abilities are magic damage. So the reason why Leon is so good is because she does magic damage, right? Arachne could be another choice. Reminds me of the Aurora Kane DPS. Yep. Arachne and Isaac is super OP. I'm starting to realize that Arachne is a hero that I've been sleeping on also. How many teams can be beaten on mobile with 2 heroes is the better question. So Toons, this is an entirely separate conversation. Does the pets allow you to make this 2 hero versus 5 hero win possible? Is it the pets or is it a mechanical interaction? I'm leaning more towards the pets. Right? Cordy tried some lineups earlier on himself, and he found that he could not win using one pet, but he could win using another pet. So I think the pets have a lot to do with it. Now on Hero Wars Mobile, I have seen some Dorian Leon teams wreck, and I have seen some Yasmin solo teams and Yasmin Dorian teams. I have seen some of that. So I know that it's possible, but having a pet patroned to your heroes is like giving that hero a 5th skill, as well as a huge amount of stats, right? A huge amount of stats. So it's a big deal. It's a big deal. Ironically, more magic defense is better on Isaac for this kind of use. Yeah, funny. So Cordy, actually, I reached out to Idrisil to ask him his thoughts on the magic defense skin, but I believe in order to reach 177k power level, not only does he need a maxed out Mara, but he needs a close to maxed out Isaac, if not a maxed out Isaac. So I bet you that magic defense skin is maxed out. Infectious says you need to have a low Dorian to abuse this. Okay, interesting. So I tried it and I lost. My Dorian is only 40k. My Isaac is only 90k. Let's just see what happens. We're just going to put it on auto mode. Just see what happens here. This is a maxed out Twins Aurora Sebastian Celeste versus my 650k. So we're not there yet. We're not there yet. But the idea, again, the idea is to figure out what we need to do. How much power level does this team have? So we're looking at like a 1.1 million power level team here. That's a tough team to defeat. But the good news, guys, is half of you, well, 90% of you will never need to defeat a team this high level. Just Kira Nebula will beat Astaroth, Twin, Celeste, Martha on mobile at max levels. Paul, thank you so much for that contribution. So there you go. Kira Nebula. It's, you know, and again, the conversation is, isn't this game is so fascinating to me. It's unfortunate that it requires so much time and money investment to get to these high levels. It really is. Because if everybody was on an even playing field, how much interesting and how much better this game would be. I don't know. I really enjoy this game. I'm having a good time with this game right now. I'm having such a great time.